I don't know exactly how to start this video because I know what I want to say, but I don't know exactly how I'm gonna get there. Maybe I'll just start with an update. I've been busy, and I don't mean busy in the normal sense, which is with my day job, so to speak. I've been busy making art. I've been drawing and painting a lot. I had my first encounter with, aside from my oil painting attempt, physical painting. My mom and I did a painting class. We've been talking about doing it for a while. It was pretty nerve-wracking at first. I just didn't really know how my digital painting skills would translate over to, in this case, acrylic paint. It was such a fun experience. Thankfully, we had a really great instructor. That was one thing she kept saying is, you know, that you're there to have fun, not to you're not trying to prove anything. I wanted to push myself a little harder. I definitely went off script. I added some waves to the ocean, and I wanted to make my mountains really dimensional. Going in, I was hesitant, and there was definitely a point while I was working on it where I felt like letting go was the best choice I could make. Anything I do, I can undo, I can cover, I can change. So let me just go nuts. And once I passed that point, I really went into focus mode, and it was not only a very rewarding process, it was so fun. I enjoyed it so much more than I thought I would even. That was like a catalyst point for where I am now and what I want to say to you guys. I've been wanting to make a video for a while, an art video for a while. It's a bunch of small things like sketches here, paintings here, watercolor, blah, blah, blah. And I realized there's one thing that really has tied together the last probably the last month or so. And it's something that I learned that I thought I already knew. I thought I understood this concept. I think it was a TikTok I saw that made me start thinking about it again and really, really thinking hard about how I actually live my life. The essential message of the video I saw was stop waiting for everything to be perfect to start enjoying it. Stop waiting to hit a milestone or to reach a certain point in your life before feeling like everything is okay. And that seems obvious, and it's basically a different version of a very common phrase, live in the moment. I went down a mental rabbit trail of just how I actually live on a day-to-day basis. And I was sad to realize how much time, or rather how often, I feel like I've not accomplished enough to be proud of what I've done. Or I've never done enough to feel fully settled in my life. That applies to my content life, my YouTube channels, my stream schedule, the state of my house, my decorations, my my aesthetic, my closet, my mental state, my emotional state. I always have a mental to-do list, and I don't think I realized until recently how that to-do list stops me from feeling like the present moment is okay. I don't know. The reality is I don't know if I'll ever... Tomorrow is not ever promised. So what can we do but live in the moment? It's so obvious. And specifically pertaining to art, I've found joy in the process in bits and pieces, but I've not allowed myself to be content in where I am right now. And I'm always in the mindset of I'll revisit in a couple months. I will be able to do that better later, which is a good, it's good to think that way in the positive sense. But I'm looking to the future to be satisfied in my efforts. But there might never be a future, and though there likely will be a future, I will probably think the same way then that I think now. If my constant attitude toward my art is I could do this better, I know that this could be done better, isn't that always true? That will always be true. So what else is there to do but enjoy and be happy and proud and at peace with what I'm able to create now, just to do it for the love of it. Joshua got me a journal a couple weeks ago, right here. I wasn't sure what to do with it. It's not my typical style of journal. There's no lines. I can have a very chaotic handwriting sometimes. But after the painting class, I was just really inspired and thinking about, you know, how can I keep the joy that I experienced during that art class? Like, I want to feel that regularly. I want to enjoy not just the process of learning, but I want to enjoy the product now, in the now, because now it's all I have. It's all any of us have. And our memories. This moment and our memories. So I don't want all my memories to be in like a limbo. You know, it's never good enough. I'm never good enough. I've never done enough. I've never reached my own impossible standard. I'm grateful. I'm so grateful. Had been like able to think through this, just this bad habit that I didn't even realize I had. I went to Michael's and I went to finish my oil paint set. But while I was there, I saw this watercolor set and I just couldn't resist it. I just wanted to do it. I wanted to paint and I had like a coupon. So I got the watercolor set and I started using it immediately when I got home in this journal. And I decided after some time that I want it to be kind of a hybrid between a journal and like an art slash sketch slash paint book. It's whatever I want it to be. And if it can be, I suppose, related to my current life, that'd be great. But even if it's not, I just want to reach for it all the time. And it's been, I think, a week since I started that. And I filled 9 pages of it with various things and drawings and random. Some of it's random, some of it has little like anecdotes or notes next to it. And it's been such a nice outlet. Though I am showing it to you, I don't feel the need for it to be perfect. I don't feel the need for it even to be presentable. And that is a massive step forward for me. And because I'm documenting much of my art progress, I feel the need for everything I do to be presentable. I think that's probably just the content creator mindset. There are people who want to see what I'm doing, but I've been hindered by my own perfectionism.
Speaking of stress, I always have to ask, do I have a perfectionist tonight? Any type A's out there? Great!
And this has been just so freeing and fun. I think I like tricked my brain a little bit because in my mind it's a journal. Any paintings or drawings that I do in here, it's like a bonus, you know, and it's for me. It's for me, though I will show you. And I know apparently this paper is not the best for watercolor, but that's okay. I feel like I'm in a good groove, and who knows what will fill the next however many pages are left of this journal. Hopefully lots of different things. So this is a very long-winded, probably chaotic way of saying I'm doing well. Art is happening. I feel my joy increasing along with my skills. And I don't feel that in a consolation kind of way. Like, oh yeah, well, you know, I'm better than last week. So that means progress. So that means I technically should be proud of myself or happy with it or whatever. Like, I actually feel happy and content in the moment, not even thinking about the context. I don't know if that even makes sense, but it makes sense in my brain. I'm not waiting for perfection to be happy and joyful. Because, I mean, even in this, I'm documenting memories and thoughts that I've had. Like this one. This is from just like a really bad day that I had. Just a bunch of little things that turned into just a annoyed mental state. And I ended up in this beautiful pocket of my city that has just an incredible view. And I sat there and I painted it and I just felt happiness and enjoyment just building and building and building. I wrote, everything went wrong today, and yet here I am in this beautiful place. And I'll always remember that. And I will remember how I felt when I was sitting here. And I don't think that would be the same without having like drawn it or painted it. So hopefully that made sense, or some of it made sense, or I've also heard I have a nice voice, so even if it didn't make sense, hopefully it was nice to listen to. I love making things. I love it. I love it so much. Like letting go and letting myself just enjoy it. The product that, like the actual end products of what I've been making have been just leagues ahead of what I was doing even 2 months ago. Why else am I doing this, you know? I don't need to do this. I don't, I have a job, I have a family. I don't need to learn to draw or paint. I don't need to make videos about it. I could never do it again, and it probably wouldn't affect me like monetarily. So then why am I doing it? I'm doing it for the love of it. So let me make sure that I love it when I'm doing it. That's about it. That's all I got. Hopefully that's enough for you. I hope this is sufficient for a YouTube video. The gaming space for YouTube is so different than the art space. The art space is very slow and contemplative and aesthetic, and I appreciate that. It's a bit of a break from the fast-paced, high-energy world of gaming. So thank you for watching. I hope you enjoy this moment, as it is all that you have and all the people that are in it and the joys that are in it. And good luck on whatever you're working on, whatever you're doing. Okay? Bye.